Halloween coming up. What can we do that would be so appropriate?
Restrooms and a brothel. Okay.
You see all kinds of things on Halloween, don't you, honey?
Yeah.
Wow. We have our America the Beautiful pass ready.
Has brought all of that. Sodium chloride, which is your normal table salt, arrived at Artist Palette.
By 1919, it was a deserted ghost town. I heard something is the only reason why I looked back. Okay, that was not staged whatsoever. A true ghost town. That looks pretty creepy.
And didn't pass until...
We're gonna go look for some pie.
A solid 3.5.
Halloween coming up. What can we do that would be so appropriate for Halloween?
Turn right, then take a slight left turn.
Turning right. Turning right is not appropriate. Turn her off. There are so many different things you can do around Vegas.
Oh my gosh.
Within an hour, you've got things like, Red Rock Canyon, Mount Charleston. Mm-hmm. You've got Valley of Fire. And then up to 2 hours, you can go as far as Zion National Park. The Grand Canyon's, I think, wasn't about 4 hours from the South Rim.
The West Rim is, was that 2?
You get the point. There's a lot of things to do. There's a lot of ghost towns in Nevada. Mm-hmm. And also, Death Valley National Park. That is a 2-hour drive. Mm-hmm. Guess where we're going? Death Valley.
Death Valley.
When your love gets strong, when your love gets break the fear. When your love gets wide, it will bring you here. And when your soul gets humble, pride loses me. And your days of trouble, they will end right here. When we come together, it will bring the light. When we come together, it will bring the fire.
We're going to pull over here and stop at Area 51 Alien Center.
It's a travel center, but there is supposed to be a restaurant in here called Daddy D's something.
Big Daddy D.
That's supposed to be good.
Well, this is the diner. Honey? What's a cat house? Those reviews were recent?
It said a month ago.
All right, well, they changed the name also. New owners, and that might have something to do with the food. Now it's called Alien Cafe. On the reviews, we thought they were joking. They talked about
Travel center, restrooms, and a brothel. Okay.
they were not joking. You see all kinds of things on Halloween, don't you, honey?
Yeah.
Wow. Glad we didn't see too much, though. Time out for a video. Photo. Oh, do we have our America the Beautiful? Yes, we do. We have our America the Beautiful pass ready. are at Zabriskie Point now. And this is beautiful. I never thought of Death Valley being like this.
No, this has a beautiful panoramic shot, like all around.
I always thought of Death Valley being this flat desert that was really hot. And
just a bunch of tumbleweeds.
maybe a few camels or something.
Yeah.
Okay, minus the camels.
Ago, this was all once underwater. You know, it was a big lake with mountains kind of at the top, and silt and volcanic ash would go into the lake and settle at the bottom. But then, since then, seismic activity has brought all of that up to the surface to what we see here now. And like this black layer here is actually a lava runoff.
So that black area here.
Yeah.
Creek. Recommend taking a right out of here, follow the sign for Badwater. I would go about a half hour down, check out Badwater Basin, the lowest point in North America, 282 feet below sea level. Beautiful salt flats, salt polygons, all that cool stuff. From there, I would turn around, head north again.
One of the things we like to do when we come to a place like this, especially when it's last minute, because we were not planning on coming to Death Valley until this morning.
You're right, at 9 o'clock.
Visit the visitor center when we haven't done our own research on it. And we just asked them, what would you recommend is the best thing to do to get the most out of our time for the day?
Yeah.
Nice guys circled some things on the map to make the best of our time. We better get going.
All right.
Now we are at Badwater Basin.
It's the lowest, as far as elevation, in North America, 282 feet below sea level.
I think this is the first time I've ever been below sea level.
All right, me too. So this is how Badwater got its name. A surveyor that was mapping the area couldn't get his mule to drink from this water, so he wrote on his map "bad water."
Don't blame it.
But really, it's not that it's actually poisonous. It's not poisonous. It's just salty. Hence all the white salt.
So apparently, it could smell the salted, tainted water.
It's home to Death Valley's rarest animals, Badwater snail.
The salt flats.
Salt flats. These are made up of mostly sodium chloride, which is your normal table salt, and some of the other things that are in it are gypsum and borax. One other, but I can't remember. But yeah, it's feels like sand, really. I think it feels like sand. Very, very
It does.
flat.
It does. Interesting.
Yeah. Artist palette.
What better way to end Halloween or start than a ghost town?
Wow.
We are at Rhyolite Ghost Town.
It's an old mining town that is now ghost town.
Rhyolite was brought about by Shorty Harris and E.L. Cross, who were prospecting in the area in 1904. They found quartz all over a hill, and as Shorty described it,
the quartz was just full of free gold. This banner is a crackerjack. The district is going to be the banner camp of Nevada. I say so once, and I'll say it again.
At that time, there was only one other person in the whole area. Old Man Beatty, who lived in a ranch with his family 5 miles away. Soon the rush was on, and several camps were set up, including Bullfrog, Armagosa, and a settlement between them called Jumpertown. A town site was laid out nearby and given the name Rhyolite from the silica-rich volcanic rock in the area. There were over 2,000 claims covering everything in a 30-mile area from the Bullfrog District. The most promising was Montgomery Shoshone Mine, which prompted everyone to move to the Rhyolite town site. Rhyolite grew as long as the gold held out, from 1905 through 1910. In its heyday, Rhyolite had 3 train lines, 3 newspapers, 3 swimming pools, 3 hospitals, 2 undertakers, an opera and symphony, and 53 saloons. By 1914, Rhyolite was in decline, and by 1919, it was a deserted ghost town. Around the year 1905, a man by the name of Tom Kelly chose Nevada's Bullfrog Hills as the site where he would finally put down his pan and build a home. In the mining camp of Rhyolite, where the only source of lumber was the ill-suited Joshua tree, Kelly saw construction potential at the bottom of his beer bottle. With an estimated 50 saloons operating in Rhyolite at the time, Kelly collected 50,000 bottles in less than 6 months. Enough to build a 3-room house complete with a porch and quaint gingerbread trim. Inside, the walls were plastered like a real city home. To miners of the day, this was a castle. In February of 1906, Kelly was approaching 80 years old and decided to raffle off the bottle house for $5 per ticket. The house was won by the Bennett family, who lived inside until 1914. This is weird. Michelle said, this is no kidding, she said she swears she shut her door, but her door is still open. Okay, that was not staged whatsoever.
I shut my door. That is weird. I shut my door.
You know you did.
100%. I shut my door.
First she looked at me and thought I did it. I didn't. And I heard something is the only reason why I looked back.
Welcome to Rhyolite.
Did you shut your door?
I did shut my door.
This is a little bit creepy because unlike Calico Ghost Town, Calico was a little bit commercialized.
Right, they had like...
This is like a true ghost town.
Yeah, there's nothing here anymore.
Since there's not very many people here, I really don't want to get close to the hole of that mine.
No.
That looks pretty creepy. A big cat could come running out of it. To get to the cemetery, it's about dark. You have to turn off of this blacktop road right here and go down this one-way gravel road here. Sound like a smart idea?
Sure.
We think we found the cemetery here. The reason why we say We think we did because there was 2 signs up the road. There was one to turn down this blacktop road, and then there was one with an arrow also to turn down this rock road. This rock road looked like it went forever all the way to the mountains. We see a couple turnoffs, but no signs. Kind of luckily saw this little fence area from the road, so it's not very far. I don't know if you can see the ghost town up there. Don't go too far down if you're going to try to find this cemetery. I would say less than a mile down on your left-hand side. And here it is. Don't go anywhere. Hope I didn't scare you. She's honestly the bravest woman I know. Sometimes.
And he was born in 1885 and passed in 1907. She was born in 1881 and didn't pass until 1986. She was 105.
We're gonna get out of here. It's getting dark, getting creepy, and time to call it a day. We're gonna go look for some pie.
I find cemeteries fascinating, especially the old sites. It's just a bunch of history. It really is.
You got to go. Okay, we're at Smoking Jay's Barbecue in Beatty, Nevada.
Beatty or Beatty?
Beatty. But anyway, we didn't see any pie. But they had a homemade banana pudding.
That we make it.
Oh, really?
Have enough room.
Oh, it's first I've heard of this. But like a little bat right here. We'll let you know how it is. Think that's homemade bread?
No. Portions of meat.
Okay.
So what?
Ow. We're gonna rate it 3.5.
And half.
No more.
Half.
3.5. The meat was good.
Meat was very good.
You get
But
plain bread.
Yeah.
The meat was definitely the best part. Just a small portion.
and the facility is very nice. I think it's fairly
Can you hear her?
new. It's very nice. I think it's fairly new. And so it's clean, and the bathrooms are clean, so pretty much a solid 3.5.
We're going home. We're gonna see if we can find a pie place on the way home. They didn't have pie here.
Well, I don't know. I didn't ask.
See you next week.
Let's call it a day.
Don't forget to subscribe to our channel, click that little bell, and hit that thumbs up. See you next week.